I know you motherfucking feel that.
Namaste, my niggas.
Namaste, my niggas. Welcome, welcome, welcome back.
How y'all doing and whatnot?
It's another little week of Unfamiliar, little robe talk.
Little robe talk for the people.
You know what I'm saying?
Hello, welcome back. Thank
Welcome
you.
back. We missed you guys.
We did.
Okay, we just getting ready. She got the wine. I got the beeps.
So I got a new setup, y'all. Just a little bit. I don't got no backdrop or nothing yet.
We working on it. It's a nice big old space.
It's a nice big space with a bitch. I got a view.
Ooh, I always want a place with a view. Okay.
Ooh.
Yes. Okay. Well, congratulations to Tony Love on her new place.
Also, real quick, it's a week till it's Tea Day. Tony Love Day.
Tony Love Day.
We finna go up. All right, that's it. So that's all I had for y'all.
No, we partying tonight, okay? So this is the pre-birthday episode.
Pre-birthday vibes.
Nothing but good vibes. You doing your TTT party, huh?
Yes, it is going to be here at the cribby on the 25th.
If you didn't get your invite, you're unfamiliar. Hey,
we're gonna give y'all some clips.
Okay. We'll do a recap, but yeah, thanks for joining us again this week. Excuse me. Cut. All right, so this week we have a lot to cover. It has been an eventful couple of days, to be honest. I mean, the last few days have been a little lit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what the fuck. We're gonna get to it. What the fuck this man is talking about. I'm confused.
Oh boy. Who we got up first? You know, this week has been a very eventful week.
Yes, it has.
I will say that. Ignore the tag on my lamp, y'all. It's new. Anywho.
Yes, new lamp. It's giving light.
We're gonna get into it.
Yeah, so let's just go ahead and open it up. I know, like, Tony, I had sent you, like, I wanted to cover Black girl news.
Yeah.
And make that a segment here at Unfamiliar. So, you know, Breonna Taylor's murderers are still not arrested, charged, convicted, none of the above.
And, you know, I don't want to cut you off, but I would love to know exactly what their names are, because they are too comfortable living in anonymity.
Anonymity. Damn, what is this Finding Nemo?
Remember? They're too comfortable living anonymously for me. Yeah. I can't say that word, so let me just.
No, yeah. Look them up and we'll name those motherfuckers. So in the meantime, while Tony is looking that up, pretty much Breonna Taylor's family reportedly wins multi-million-dollar settlement and wrongful death lawsuit against the city of Louisville. So I do think that is a small, I mean, it's a lot of money for them, which is great. I'm sure that helps. It's not what we're asking for, but it is, I guess, obviously what they did sue and ask for. So I would be happy to hear that is official. And that is official news, because it's just reported right now. It's not like stamped, but that would be some great news and a step forward in the right direction. It does not like ease the fact that these men have not been charged and that there needs to be so much investigation. If there's a wrongful death settlement, does that mean that these police officers are not going to be charged?
So the police officers that we're referring to are Detective Brett Hankinson, 2 other officers by the name of Miles Cosgrove, as well as Jonathan Mattingly. Okay, so I'm going to say it again. Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, and Jonathan Mattingly are the killers of Breonna Taylor. They assassinated her. They murdered her. I read somewhere that was the most money that they have ever given in a wrongful death lawsuit for a Black woman. However, this morning I did read that there was a young lady, a white woman, who was wrongfully, murdered by the police, and she was awarded $40 million. So if you want to know what the quota is or what the capital is on a Black female human life, it's worth 12 million, but a white one is clearly worth 40. So
sick. And it's just all it's really all so sick. I mean, it doesn't take much time and investigating to like figure it out.
The Guardian actually wrote an article, and I haven't read it, but I just saw it while I was researching the names of those 3. Yeah. And the article is basically titled, "Why the Officers Who Shot and Killed Breonna Taylor May Never Be Charged." So there's probably some legal situation wrapped up that they could live a life that she never got to live at past 26.
Right.
And I it's crazy when I watch and hear of these people dying in my generation, men and women alike, and then they give me the ages, and their ages are 27, 26. It's crazy to me because I go back and I remember, what the fuck was I doing when I was 25? I'm 30 right now, about to be 30 and holding, right? So it's just like, what the fuck was I doing at 25? And not that it was a whole long amount of years ago, but like still, that's a little bit of change now.
It's definitely 30 is totally different, and the lead from 25 to 30 is actually those pivotal years for women, Black women. I feel that there are body changes.
I'm sorry,
26, but still that age right there is when you're about to get to a good rhythm where you get to know yourself and make better choices. And yeah, I definitely think a life cut too soon, and we don't get any justice ever, and a multi-million-dollar lawsuit doesn't cut it. It doesn't cut it either for me. I mean, great for the family. I'm not saying don't give them money. I'm just saying that's not all we fucking need here. That's nuts. Like, that's nuts.
I would, if I were her mom,
rate all the way across for everybody. Why is there even different fucking awards for different people for wrongful death? Wrongful death should be a flat rate across the fucking board. What is that about?
It is, and it's something. No amount of money, you can't give her mother any amount of money to get her daughter's life back. You feel me? And so I just feel like, although it is something, we look at it, it is a small victory, but to her family, that's not a victory. That's not a victory. The victory to her family is to watch those killers be in jail, to hold them accountable for what they've done. And we see that a lot, not even in just the police community, but it's just in the white community in general. If you're an ally, thanks. If you're someone who's on the spectrum, well, we don't need that. We need someone who can hold your other counterparts accountable. White people are never held accountable to their shit. Never. They're not. And majority of the time, the ones who do hold themselves accountable don't hold their counterparts accountable. So you're equally a part of the problem.
Sick.
It is. But definitely wanted to share that with y'all.
Got some new news.
In other Black girl news.
Let's talk about Patty and Gladys.
Auntie Gladys. Come on, Gladys. Now listen. I watched the intros to the verses, because you know how they always do a verses intro. The guys never do one. It's very weird. I didn't see a versus intro for Snoop and DMX. I didn't see one for Rick Ross and Fab, but I saw one for Jill Scott and Erica, and then I saw one for Patty and Gladys, like a little trailer.
Okay, yeah, okay, yes. I was just thinking though why the men don't do one.
Right.
Okay, but like the setup has been funny. DMX probably was not available to do no fucking trailer.
So, Snoop and DMX versus, please somebody give them a show. Please. I don't care who.
Amazing.
Bitch, that was the best verses.
And I miss a lot of verses, or I'll miss a chunk of it. I'm really not, I don't remember to look online at specific times. I look online when I have free time, and I'll plan all week, like this date, this time, and totally it'll slip my mind. So I'll catch it when I can, or catch what I could. But that was beautiful. Between them, the chemistry was there.
Yeah, I was still in the process of moving. So I definitely tuned back in around the time that they were performing. And it was beautiful. It was great. I loved that there were people, I'm sure there were people who shared it with their families. And I just loved that it gave the kids something to know. Like, because keep them, like, unless we're playing it now, our generation, these kids, like my niece and my nephew, 11, 10, these kids, they don't know shit about Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston. They don't know anything about what came before.
At all.
Our Snoop, our Tupac, our Biggie, our DMX, that shit is old school. I was driving in the car with my niece, and Beautiful came on. And I was singing it.
Banger.
And I was like, girl, you know what this is? And she was like, girl, no, this is old. And I was like, what's old? What's big, sweetie? Okay, because honey, what you?
Where?
Oh, where?
Where?
Like, auntie, this is old school music. Oh, what's big, sweetie? Where? Oh, where? So I sat and made her ass listen to the whole song twice because she wasn't about to play me. But
the children, they don't understand. Luckily, I've instilled it in my sister. My mom has. A lot of my friends have influenced my sister. She has an amazing collection of music. I'm so proud of her for being well-rounded and knowing old shit, new shit. She's got a good mix, but it's few and far between, like,
yes,
with the children. But back to the verses. Well, what I was gonna also say is that Rick Ross had already done a verses with 2 Chainz, didn't he?
Was it? No. What?
Who did he do?
It was Rick Ross and Fabulous.
It was.
They played him in the verses twice.
He went twice, bro. Because
the rules.
Because he smashed.
His catalog is so extensive, though. Like, Rick Ross could almost low-key do a verses off of features alone. Just like Tyga can do a verses off of, not Tyga, not Tyga. Ty Dolla $ign. Just like Ty Dolla $ign can do a verses off of hooks alone, features alone. Rick Ross can do a verses off of feature alone and not even touch his catalog. Rick Ross, his catalog is so fucking extensive, bitch.
You need to have a moment for Rick Ross because
fucking boss.
A month ago did verses with 2 Chainz, blew 2 Chainz out of the water, didn't even play any of the, it was insane, and it was really uneven. That was a really very uneven.
But I fuck with 2 Chainz. First of all.
But the catalog is not Rick Ross. It's not.
I love 2 Chainz. Like
2 Chainz, but bro, we gotta be for real.
But Titty Boy got some shit. He got a lot of his group shit is a lot of his real, I feel like. I mean, not even his real shit that be hitting, because his albums be hitting. Before he was
2 Chainz be hitting. Don't get it twisted. I'm just saying there's certain people that he could have gone up against that would have been more matched to the type of music. The caliber is totally different. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't love everything that Rick Ross has put out, but it's too much too much good.
2 Chainz needs to teach. 2 Chainz and Cardi. Here's my theory. 2 Chainz and Cardi need to team the fuck up and teach a collegiate course. Hustle 101, how to get your bag. How about it?
I would invest immediately.
I would fucking invest. 2 Chainz is a fucking money making ass nigga. He's a hustler. He's been a hustler. Think of ugly Santa sweater. Pretty Girls Love Trap Music. That turned into the what? Trap museum. Ugly. He said he made $1 million off the ugly Santa sweater.
That shit was tight. That's
the fucking sweater.
That's the
dog. 2 Chainz turns everything that he does into a fucking business, and he invests majority of his money. He got Escobar. That's the name of his restaurant, Escobar, right?
Yep.
Out in Atlanta, and they said that should be busing. 2 Chainz, a motherfucker with that beautiful black wife of his and them beautiful black kids of his. I'm here for it, honey. And his mama named Tony.
Yes, 2 Chainz. Okay, with the extensive background on 2 Chainz, let me tell you something right now. I don't want to shade this man, but what I'm saying is he went up against somebody who could do a versus part 2. And that's my point, because Rick Ross turned around and said, put me up against someone else to do my other half of my catalog. So, I mean, that means that man got 40 hits.
I didn't even catch the 2 Chainz and Fab joint. But they said that, it was Fab and Jada.
Oh. So Rick Ross didn't go twice. He said he wanted to. That's why I believed you. Because I didn't watch Fab or Jada, but I'm tripping.
I didn't watch the Fab and Jada, but they did say Fab and Jada Kiss was good too, but I missed it, unfortunately. And I loved me some Fab too, but I definitely...
Crazy to put Jada with Fab, though, too. I mean, it's just crazy. Because
it's not a good pair.
A fucking legend to me. Like, he's very, like... Anyways, we're on our Black Girl News segment, okay? Black girls, go Black girls.
Honorable mention to Tracy Ellis Ross. We're not going to go into that too much, but honorable mention to her. She signed an overall ABC deal. My good sis is playing twice on the streaming platforms. Hulu for Blackish, Grownish, Mixed-ish, and then Girlfriends is playing on Netflix. So shout out to Tracy Ellis. She's been working a long ass fucking time. She came out with that movie with Ice Cube. They said it wasn't that great, but it's okay. Yeah, it's okay because it's something you watch anyway because it's her,
Right. No, sure.
Shout out to her. Also a legend in her own right. Her mom Diana Ross. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, she's such a legend. Her mother.
What a life.
You know what I mean? God damn. I am binge watching Girlfriends currently. So.
Me too, bitch.
Okay, I had to turn Moesha off, bitch. Moesha be
I'm tired of Moesha about the 4th season. I was over it. Moesha was bad as fuck.
Ungrateful ass.
Girl.
But we here to big up Black girls. I'm not about to go into Moesha right now.
But the Brandy and Moesha versus, did you watch?
Yes, I did.
First, okay, word association. Brandy and Monica versus word association, go.
Entanglement. I don't know why it's coming to me. That word is coming to me, but it just seemed messy and fucked up, and they got some underlying untangled beefs that's always in there.
Fucking shady. And Gladys Knight, Auntie Gladys shaded them too. She said, y'all got to get that together. Y'all got to work it out. That's what she said. Work it out. Brandy and Monica, work it out. Child, it was just not giving. Like, it was giving because it was it was funny to me.
It was so entertaining. It gave all night, okay? I watched that one from start to finish as much as I could.
Me too. But it definitely gave the hits, though, because both Sis 1 and Sis 2 was giving the hits.
Facts. I'm going to go ahead and say this. Like, Brandy's vocals are just closely unmatched. I mean, she and her accolades and accomplishments are just out of this world, and I don't want to shade Monica because she got some fucking anthems.
Monica also has some vocals. I don't feel as though she's as free as a vocalist as Brandy.
Yeah.
but she definitely has some pipes. She has a song. I don't remember the name of the song, but it's like, boy, if you ever leave my side. And she like sampled an older song, but the higher notes, no one can hit that except for the original. I hadn't heard anybody successfully do it until I heard Monica do it outside of the original artist who I can't remember.
My best friend Alex just pointed that out to me. It's
you know Alex know because Alex be in all the old school James bitch. Alex be in it for the win. So yes, that's one of my favorite Monica songs, to be personally honest. I don't know, that song really makes me feel, gives me chills. She really worked it. Hands down, one of my favorite Monica songs. She floated on it. She sounded so good. She gave me Luda, giving me just all the feels and just making me feel proud and just, I'm fucking with Monica.
The song is, hold up though. The song is, Silly by Denise. Hold on. The song is Silly by Denise Williams. That's the sample. So I just wanted to shout that out because yes, Monica does kill that. And the Versus battle did bring that back out. And for some reason, I've always loved that song since it came out, but I never realized it was that sample of that classic ass song.
As soon as she started hitting the notes, I said, sis, go off. Monica, you better go off, sis.
She's amazing. That was an amazing Versus. I'm glad that they did it. I don't care if it was shady or whatever. It needed to be done for the culture.
It had to be done for the culture. And you know what's so funny? It's like a couple days before, I was at Reggie's happy hour, and this is an in-home happy hour, less than 10 people. Thank you. We're still quarantining. I was at his happy hour, and we were doing karaoke, and we did The Boy Is Mine. And so a couple days later, for them to announce the verses, I was like, ooh, get it.
Like, y'all kind of manifested that. That's beautiful.
Come on, get your manifestation.
Boy, was it though?
Y'all manifestations in under this new Virgo moon, baby. You better get it in. Get it in.
Crystals too of this Virgo moon. So
yes, I have my crystals right here with me. I'm about to go outside and I'm about to charge them outside under the moonlight.
Same thing. These two are my new babies to add.
Yes, I love this one. What's the yellow goldish one? What is that?
Hold on. It's
Am I mean to put you on the spot, sis?
Yeah, sorry. I'll go over it.
We'll go over that later, but
yeah. Okay, so back to our Black Girl News. We shouted out Tracy Ellis Ross, and we were getting into the Versus battle with Gladys and Patty, their intro, and their intro was so juicy. It was tender.
Patty was giving me fried chicken. She was giving me a patty pie. She was giving me that macaroni and cheese that was looking good. She was giving me, Auntie Patty, I'm hungry, I need a plate. Sis, what you got? Because I don't even feel like, and I know she is a grandmother because they spoke about that, but I feel it's wrong to call Patti LaBelle a grandma because she be so fucking
hip.
On point.
She's hip. She's relevant. She's with the times.
The makeup be on point. The hair be fucking laid, and she been had the wigs on deck, honey. You go in and Google older performances. Sis had the wigs on deck. The outfits be perfect. The suit was tailored to the T's. Okay.
And Miss Gladys is more of a grandma, I would say.
Miss Gladys said she got a Vegas residency, sis. She said this is it.
Do you know how well she sounded? Like, she sounded so.
Because Miss Gladys is, and I don't even feel right calling her just Miss Gladys is still singing on stage jazz. Sorry, Betty. And she has a residency in Vegas. That's a big fucking deal.
Huge deal. But Trey Songz also has one, and so does Keisha Cole.
Do they? But Vegas didn't book them. I think they got like a walk-through residency, like walk through the club. Give me a couple bars from the charted songs. Usher just got his residency at Vegas. That's going to be good. I want to see that. I want to see how much those cost because I would like to go. to that actually.
I would love to see Gladys. What? Oh my God.
Let's Google that and let's do an episode on the road. Unfamiliar girls take Las Vegas. Las Vegas gets unfamiliar.
Y'all heard it here first. Episode 8, we manifest in Unfamiliar takes Las Vegas, and we'll take this podcast on the road. Pedal to the metal, baby. Pedal to the
I'm
metal.
with it. I think it would be great.
I think that's amazing. And I think Miss Patty and Miss Gladys put their foot in the verses. Just straight.
They did an exceptional job. And what else can we expect from two legends? Like,
nothing less. I mean, honestly, I was so happy to see the trailers and see the suspense and see how cute they are, like showing off all their skills.
How are you feeling about the Versus selection thus far? How are you feeling they're doing about merging the music and the people that they're selecting?
I mean, I'm proud of the Versus.
Good job.
I think the Versus brand is doing everything the right way during quarantine. If you notice that people are into that type of shit, take it and run with it. We're getting millions of viewers, and this is a Black owned and Black community, like support of the Black community. Everybody is in here uplifting each other, showing love, putting the heart emojis. They talking about some sang boy, sang girl, whatever. I love everything about Versus.
Y'all about to burn me for this, but I don't care. I'll take it. Give me the heat. If you disagree with me, tweet us, send us a DM on Instagram, or even give us a comment under this clip that we post for this episode. We should propose it as a question. Okay. I would like to. Y'all gonna burn me, but it's okay. I'll take the heat. I want to see Tyrese in a Versus. But I want to hear him in a Versus live.
With who? Tyrese got his. What do you want from me? I'm sorry. They
got the hit. He got the 2000s and then in the late 90s on lock. So ever since the McDonald's commercial, he was tripping. He was tripping. He lost his best friend. I tripped too.
I mean,
he lose me either. I feel him.
About the Versus that I don't know if this is like a rule, but does it have to be man versus man? I mean, we talking about hits, time of the, like what era type of era of music y'all came out at the same time, y'all came up at the same time. Like it doesn't. I don't know. I would maybe.
Well, we are man versus woman though.
I'm thinking Tyrese might go up better against a woman like Tamia.
Tyrese and Keisha Cole?
Tyrese and Tamia.
Tamia might blow him out the water.
I don't know. They equally have bangers. He came out and dropped a lot of music.
They do.
She's been out longer, but he came out and dropped a lot of music, and then she stopped dropping music. He continued. But I don't know. I was
a good one. Tyrese and Tamia would be actually good. It will be a one that you really reminisce on, because you know those songs funded your 90s and your 2000s and your crazy days. Not your crazy days, but your heydays. You know what I'm saying? The good times when you ain't had no bills and shit.
Way back when.
You know how old you are. I had no bills, bitch. Okay. So.
Right. So yeah, I mean. I wouldn't be mad at seeing Tyrese. I think he's earned his belt in that where he could go here.
And we have to stop shading Tyrese for having a meltdown on the internet for like 2 weeks because
look, I know he was going through it. I just feel that
his baby,
his medicine was really messed up.
I feel like that was a lot for. He was trying to get married. They was trying to take his daughter, and he lost his best friend. And he lost some money on a movie role. I would be upset too. And now I ain't never gonna be on the internet crying.
I mean, I frown upon that so much. I don't care who you are.
That's the only thing I frowned upon.
I don't even want to. I don't care what you're crying about, bro. It could be the saddest thing in the world. Why are you on the internet right now?
And women who do that too, y'all gotta stop doing that shit.
Or
Just send it to your friend. You want somebody to see it or something, but don't get it.
I've said this many years. If I see you, I mean, in the hospital, it's not appropriate time to take a picture and post it, baby. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be recovering and healing. Why? Lord. Okay. Side note, we're off that. But yeah, I shout out to Versus, man. They're doing their thing. It's continuous and it's probably ever going at this point because they'll never stop being legends. You know,
I
people.
don't ever see it, even after quarantine ends, I don't see Versus ending because it's such a big thing now. Like, and even I just feel like it's just such a big thing. I don't see that going anywhere. I see that staying. I think Apple picked it up. They have some type of deal. I'm sure they didn't sell it 100% to Apple. They gave them like maybe a percentage or something. But I think that just made it even better for people to be able to watch it from home. It made it easier for me to be able to watch it from home because Instagram wouldn't let you like airplay it to your TV. Like I could never airplay it to my shit. So
And you want to enjoy it.
my shit being old, but
Yeah, you want to be able to enjoy it. I do think that Versus you should be able to watch it on versus.com every single battle because you can 9 times out of 10 airplay something from your computer or your phone. You can figure out a way to do that. The Apple's great.
I think when you try to airplay, I tried to airplay Instagram to my TV and it didn't give me picture, but I didn't know you could go to versus.com and it was okay.
But they're not suggesting that they should do that as like, I know that some of them have been on versus.com, but not all of them. Like Jagged Edge was not on there, and I missed half of that.
I missed all of that, and I was so sad because I love me some J.E. dog.
Ooh.
But party at, and oh my girl, when up in the club. The party's where I'm at, just to let me.
That's when Nelly was asked. Nelly! Oh, Nelly's verses was
Nelly on Dancing with the Stars, bitch! Yeah!
Carol Baskin.
Just found out that they put. Yo, did you see that the husband's children made an infomercial saying, "I miss my dad. We deserve to be."
Yes. Yes. It was a low budget. They got. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm not trying to laugh at that because I know what it's like to lose your father, so I get it.
Me too.
Y'all too old to be on the internet doing it.
First of all, the level of petty there, the level of petty there to do it during her commercial. Okay, so y'all paid a lot of money to be in the commercial while she's on TV. All right, and then you're offering $100,000 reward.
Bitch, we don't watch that Netflix like at least twice already. We don't know nothing else other than what Netflix put on the internet. And I don't know how many people
about y'all. We've never heard of y'all before Netflix.
We only watched that documentary because we was in a house and couldn't go nowhere anywhere. Let's be clear. If the world was open, nobody would have watched that shit.
Oh God, Carol Baskin on Dancing with the Stars is so weird. 2020 is really.
It's so. So how did she do? Did you see the clip or did you watch any of the clip?
I just seen the commercial. I just seen the commercial from the kids.
I mean, I seen the commercial from the kids too. I didn't know she was on there. What's the young girl? The young girl from Disney Channel that gathered up Azalea Banks.
Shy Jackson.
Shy Jackson did great. I was fucking with her.
Mm-hmm.
To the Nicki. I was rocking with her to the Nicki. Jeezy's girlfriend did something nice, I guess. Jeanette, the Asian girl. I don't know your name, but cool.
We're going to get into that next episode. Jeezy and his shorty. I want to get into that.
Okay. I'll save my thoughts and opinions then.
Yeah, we'll do it next time. So, yeah, let's close on verses. I think we shouting everybody out. Everybody has done like a fantastic job, I would say. Nelly and Ludacris, I think, was the most awkward. Trying to think what else was awkward though.
But it was lit though. The Nelly and Ludacris was lit. What we could hear was lit.
Oh, and one of
He
the
was
first
rocking.
ones. Sean Garrett was up there drunk as shit. He was one of the first ones.
Was he?
So drunk.
Where's Sean man? Producing, writing, minding his fucking business, getting money. Like I'm not. So yeah.
Bad. I think they thought it was more casual at the time than it was. It was very at the very beginning before it was like really even a thing.
Right.
So whatever. So shout out to Versus and everybody. I love that they're doing that and taking the time to give that to the fans. Also an opportunity for them to promote their new stuff.
Yep.
So
And which is good. It's good. It's dope because I think a lot of people ended up streaming B7 and Monica's joint with with Baby as well. After that, so it is a good thing. It's a good promotional tool right now, especially when you have to get creative. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is a really quarantine and is a really good time to show how many of these artists are actually creative outside of just making music. And music is an art, right? But it really shows who the visual and artistic direction is coming from, where it's coming from. Because a lot of these artists that get hot really fast, I feel like they don't pay as much attention to. Let me not say they don't pay as much attention to visual and creative directors as they did in the past, like Usher's creative directors in the past and the Jagged Edge's creative directors in the past and things like that. Like videos and stuff aren't necessarily a big art anymore in this industry now, in this day and age. And back in the days, in the 2000s and the 90s and even the 80s, visually things were stunning, whether it even be performances, because it was more performances than it was videos in the 80s. So everything looked well, and now you see everybody trying to do that shit, quarantining on all the, the BET Awards, the MTV Awards and stuff, and you really get to see who's able to create something for me to be able to visual art to pair well with their music, or who has a team that helps them create those things. Like who puts where is there a piece in your budget for this? And I feel like now during these shows is a time that you're really seeing that, hey, this person, there's a good chunk of their budget is going towards creating visual art. And that's important. Like, I know for a fact Cardi puts a lot of money in her creative team, her creative and visual directors, in her costuming, her wardrobe.
Yeah, and you can see the level of the levels that she's gone up from that, But she's been doing that, and she's been open to being creative since she came out with Bodak Yellow, the first song. And I think, by the time Bodak Yellow came out, she had a good team behind her, but that was a startup single. We didn't know if it was going to hit or miss. So to put all that money in your visuals, she had, the jacket, it just looked really good. And I do think some of these younger artists are doing that, but it is really nice when we get to reminisce with our artists that we already love, and get to see them and doing what they love still. You know what I mean? I want to see those visuals that I remember seeing.
Yep.
I want to continue
to remember. I feel like the last really good video I remember, and not the really good video that has released since then, but the one that sticks out in my head the most, has to be the Cardi B Money. Cardi B Money is the one that visually I remember the most. And then after that, some other things. But that's the very last really good video I've seen. And not to shade her WAP, because that was a good visual as well. But personally, if I had to choose WAP and Money, I would choose Money.
They did great visuals in Motorsport. They did great visuals in the joint with the Motorsport is a joint with Nicki and the Migos. Yeah. Okay. It was like super futuristic, and I feel like they spent a lot of money on it. But I don't know. I appreciate that. Like I know you guys all have your own favorites of Cardi. She's come out with really great visuals, and that's someone that we should shout out. and give flowers to, again, as we're going along, and shouting out some of our favorite artists and stuff, because I feel like Versus gives us a chance to just give flowers while people are here. Yeah, it's a battle, but it's more of like a showcase of their accomplishments and their hits and their hard work, and it takes us all back to when that was the song. It's a good feeling all the way around, man.
It is. I love the verses. I like what they're doing, and they're doing it very well.
Yeah, so good. And it's really like unheard of. So they were very innovative doing this, and I'm sure other people are going to try and mimic that and move forward as well. There's going to be white people battling soon.
Let's not speak that into existence.
I bet you. I'm calling it now.
I'm okay.
I'm okay too.
What about this?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said, or what about this? The only one that I would want to hear, also might get burned for this, but that's fine. I really only want to hear Amy Winehouse and Adele battle. I don't want to hear nothing else from no white people except for that. That's it. It's the only thing I'm hearing.
Well, battle with Amy? I mean,
God rest her soul. But Amy Winehouse, if she was still here, you just could not take her. She would be clean-ish.
Nah, I don't know, man. Amy's music was so good because she was so drunk.
That's why I said ish. She's not gonna be on drugs, but she'd probably be drunk.
Yeah, though the other drugs took her too far. But
I would take a drunk Amy over a heroin high Amy.
Hands down.
I don't care, but I don't mind a drunk Amy. I don't even mind a high Amy. Ooh, what would a high Amy sound like? Because we didn't hear too much about her with weed. It was only the hard stuff she'd elevated already. So what would a high Amy sound like? Ooh.
Yeah, she would be like, ooh, I would love to have
old school Janae Aiko, probably.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay, so what do we have up next? After Versus, we had, damn it, hold on.
Tyler LePlay. Excuse me, Tyler Lepley. So, if you are unfamiliar with who or whom Tyler Lepley is.
He my husband, y'all. He my husband, y'all.
Tyler Lepley is Diamond from P Valley. Tyler Lepley is also Benny from the Haves and the Have-Nots, honey. Shout out to Tyler LePlay.
Yes.
And Tyler Perry, let's be clear. Okay, he put them on, so yes. Thank you, Tyler Perry. We appreciate you very much. Tyler LePlay also does music, but that's not where I was going with that. Tyler LePlay had an interview talking about he was finna start him an OnlyFans child.
I mean.
And we might have to add a little Tyler LePlay clip or visual to this recording so y'all can know exactly who we're talking about, so you can just see.
Auga, auga.
Tyler LePlay fine as hell.
Oh my goodness,
he has
fine.
Amazing teeth. He has a nice strong build. He has a nice strong beard, honey.
He got nice strong features.
Tyler LePlay is fine. Would you pay for his OnlyFans?
I like to know what I'm getting, and that's the one thing.
You need a trial week.
A trial or like a really detailed preview video to like see what you're getting. I mean, because I don't want to see men doing certain things, but there's some stuff that
What things would you not want to see a man doing?
It's certain energy that men bring on camera when they're trying to be sexual, and it's way too not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something a little bit more personal. So yeah, I mean, yeah, but I don't really need to pay for like personal stuff. I feel like I can get that, but yes, he's eye candy, but I'm just so weird about paying for things I can get for free. Sorry. I'm
No,
so
I
sorry
feel
to
you.
all the OnlyFans. I mean, I really want to support, but like, I don't want to pay. Mm. I can
I
think of so much other stuff I could do for 10.99, girl. Mm.
I feel you, girl. I'll give me some new. All right, I'm not gonna say that. Anyway, yes, I feel you.
Batteries.
I don't necessarily. I would pay for it for like the first month because I want to see it, and then after that, I would probably cancel. But I would definitely pay for it because I want to see because I'm nosy.
I can give my one-time payment.
I can give
Absolutely.
$10 this month. I can't give you $10 next month.
This is how they get you. You pay for the page, the subscription to get on the page, and then when you get on the page, the shit on the page is going to be a little bit less than desirable, like a little bit less than what you were expecting.
They're,
So
they're gonna try to finesse niggas, but they can only finesse you if you're not ready for the finesse.
that's true. However, comma, I'm telling you, the way OnlyFans is set up, these people can make money if you want to DM them to ask them something like a request or whatever. You have to pay just a DM. So whatever they post,
I'm a celebrity. Let me not say that because I probably have DM Michael B. Jordan a few times on the Instagram, but sorry, it's my celebrity crush. So sorry. But I don't. Fuck it. I don't care. He fine. I don't know what you want me to say. I don't know if I would do it on an OnlyFans though. That's kind of weird. That's real like aggressive. Like
look, if I'm gonna get on there and pay, I want to get what I'm paying for. I'm specific, and that's why it just doesn't work
if
for me.
I'm gonna pay for something, I want to be able to talk to you. I'm gonna be able to FaceTime you. Shit. Fuck it.
So I want it live. Let's do it live.
Live FaceTimes.
Yes.
These particular hours are the hours you pay for your subscription. That's actually really smart, and I'm gonna trademark that. So OnlyFans, so sorry about it.
Okay. Yes. Diamond from the Pink. Would I pay for it? Yeah, you're gonna get a couple bucks out of me just so I can see what that thing is hitting for.
That thing thinging? Is that thing swinging?
Is that thing hanging?
Does it hang down low? Do it wobble to the floor?
Can you tie it in a bow? Can you? That's too funny. All right. And we need to talk about your crazy friend. Your Gemini friend.
I got a lot of crazy friends. Oh, I got a real crazy Gemini friend, but I guarantee you that's not the same way we talk about sis. What you talking about?
I'm talking about your crazy Gemini friend who's married with children. He lives in the Hollywood Hills. Can you just
Ray J! Raycon! Go ahead, get y'all some scooty bikes and whatnot and so forth.
Ray J? How you gonna propose? How you gonna file for divorce after you beg Princess not to file for divorce?
After she already was about to file, Ray J petty. He probably waited and did that shit.
Exactly what he
I
did.
don't know if y'all got into this episode of Girlfriends yet, but after Tony almost gets married to that other man that gave her chlamydia, she gets engaged to this man while she's in a relationship with this other man. Later on, her and the other man that she was in love with get back together, and then he cheats on her again just to get the upper hand. Petty shit. I think this is the Ray J situation. That is my theory. Ray J he didn't want to get divorced. He got his feelings hurt. He begged to get her back. He did what he can. He played his role, only to come back when she was comfortable and happy and feeling upbeat about the relationship to do her one up and to say, fuck that shit. I'm filing for divorce and I'm gonna one up you. I'm not even about to tell you. I'm gonna just put it on the social interwebs and you can find out while you're scrolling through your feed. That's my theory. I'm sticking to it.
They have not been a good couple from the start. So I hope Princess can move on. She should have left that man and pushed her in the pool on Love and Hip Hop. And that's all I have to say about that.
Correct. Because, honey,
Honey,
if you push me in the pool, when I get the fuck out, you better be gone.
you better be gone and don't come back, Jack. Hit the road. Okay? Because on national television?
I don't even want to think about the type of crazy I would look on TV. Because I would look batshit out of hell crazy. Somebody called the cops on this bitch because, yes, the cops on her. Because I don't know what the fuck. If she ever finds me, I don't know what she's going to do.
I have been through some terrible things, you know, so I understand. But just to have to go through things on camera like that? I mean, if that's what that man was doing to her on
nationally on camera, by the way.
There's no telling, you know, how deep the disrespect went behind the camera. So that is just unacceptable. Ray J, you have showed your ass time and time again. And this is the thing. I'm gonna tie this Ray J situation because their whole family is powerful, successful, calculated, it seems, and smart, right? And so they want to keep that image too. Their image is also pretty clean. Ray J is the dirtiest thing in the family. We do know that.
Like, right.
He's a little stain, kinda, but he also has a lot of businesses. He's making a lot of money. He has a lot of good ties. He's a public figure. He's also a talented musician, whatever. But I feel like him and Brandy and his mother just really got bad judge. They just give me not the best judge. Like, it's not easy to get along with y'all. Like, also that y'all are all about self in a way. I don't know why I'm getting that vibe, but just also how, I don't know.
I get very, anytime I have seen her on camera, and it sucks because I don't know if I'm just this is my preference or to view her because I've seen her in these roles before or I've seen her acting for so long, but anytime that I see Brandy on camera, I feel like there's some type of front, like there's no realness, even in the verses.
Yeah.
It was like she didn't want Monica to say sideline hoe because of her daughter. Well, sis, your daughter's like 16, 17 in the age realms. Your daughter knows what a sideline hoe is. She's very familiar with the term hoe, whore, slut, scum, smut. Like, she's very familiar with these terms. I can understand. I don't know. I just feel like give me something genuine and authentic. And I think the most authenticity we get from Brandy is from her music. And I feel her on that too. But anytime I see her, like, I want to see who you are. Give me a little bit more than like Brandy on camera. Hi, this is Brandy. How are you? Give me the like, hey girl, it's Brandy. How y'all doing? You know, I'm the legend. What up? I'm back. Give me something.
That's what I'm saying. It's like we watch Ray J on camera. We've seen his mom on camera with him and Princess, with Princess being pregnant, how just cold they treated her. They just treated her cold. And Ray J's been wrong time and time again in that situation. And I think good riddance. Good for Princess. That's what I say on that. And speaking of divorces.
Boop, 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 boop.
The fuck? Was it expected for Cardi B and Offset to be getting a divorce? Was that expected? Because I honestly felt like, damn, all good things. I was just thinking this the other day, like, all good things come to an end. Nothing stays the same. Everything changes. Why get married at that height of your careers? Like,
I would say that I didn't expect it. And that maybe people will call me naive. But I'd say that I didn't expect it because I thought maybe like she thought the very last time was the very last time. And again, maybe naive of me. But from what it appeared to be on social media, and that's why we always say, don't believe everything that you see on social media because you don't know what the fuck is going on behind the closed doors. They appear to have a good, loving, healthy relationship, and they appear to be in a good space. And I feel like, who am I to tell you, well, that nigga gonna do that shit again, and I'm not in your home? I can only go by what you showing me. I can really only go by. I can have my theories, but why would I rack my brain about the fact that your nigga might still be cheating on you when I don't even got a nigga of my own, bitch? I'm worried about myself.
Facts.
So, you know, I was just like, damn. But to know that he cheated, it is the tea is that he cheated after that again. And for me, I feel like, yeah, it was time. Like, she's given him 3 chances. One, you know, they say 3 strikes, you're out. You know, she gave him enough chances. She did fight for her marriage. She fought for her family, and I respect that. I'm not mad at that. What I am mad at is that you cheated on me during a national pandemic when you're not even supposed to be around other motherfucking people. What I do care about is that, nigga, you almost gave me and my child the fucking corona because you was cheating. And I know you wasn't getting bitches tested for coronavirus before you went and stuck your tongue down their throat or wherever the fuck you stuck your tongue.
Man, look, I kind of did expect it, and that could be just because I'm not a hopeful romantic. I'm not a hopeful or hopeless romantic. I'm going to tell you, I'm just hopeless right now. And I think men can't help it. And that if she went into that situation kind of expecting him to do that from time to time, she might not be so upset. I don't understand why men lie so much and why women want to believe these lies. We need to believe what nature and experiences have taught us how men are going to move.
Or what people have said. Verbatim, right? I was just talking to a friend of mine about this earlier. You know, women are so very quick to say niggas ain't this, niggas ain't that, and bash and tear down the black man, right? And not to say that they're 101% perfect. No,
Right.
not. But I feel like very seldom do we see women take accountability for their actions. And their actions not even being their actions of where they may have cheated or flirted or whatever. I'm talking about their actions of just not listening to what a man say. If a man is saying he don't want a relationship or something serious right now and then he don't want it, why continue to try to force it?
I mean, look, yeah, what somebody says to you should take heed. What somebody shows you, you should take heed. And so, you know, I expected it, but not to say that, you know, I didn't believe in them and wasn't rooting for them. And I thought they were very cute, and I did see them and think that they might be in a good space. But I was just saying, damn, like, you know, she's under 30. I think he's under 30 also. And life is just crazy under that age. Like, nothing is permanent.
Entertainment. They've got money.
Money, opportunity. I mean, he could, but like, man, if you're cheating that openly where I keep catching you and it's keep being a public thing, how sloppy are you? And how much are you doing it where you're not getting caught to the point where you are getting caught? Like, I just automatically assumed. I thought it was crazy that they were too young to get married in the like situations that they were in. You see what Jay-Z and Beyonce did. They waited to get married until they were a little bit older. They dated for a very long time. Now, not saying that they didn't experience these troubles, but we don't know what kind of troubles exactly. It's all vague to us. I mean, it's all about concealing your business. And that's how you're able to save face as a woman, because we all are going to go through that with men, I feel. And this is my opinion and not fact. But I feel that we will all always have to tolerate a man cheating. And what makes us leave is always embarrassness, like being embarrassed almost. Like you're personally embarrassed, maybe to yourself if no one else knows. You could be personally embarrassed and leave. But a lot of the time, other people are seeing how you're being treated, or they've seen you say you're leaving and then stay, and it's happening again, and so is sorry, and now they're not sorry. And I just feel like women leave because of embarrassment. And if you don't put all your shit out there. As a celebrity couple, they probably, and they have a baby together. He's already got kids with other women. They could have worked through that shit for it to be a young couple for the culture, successful. They could have worked through that shit because it's all about what she continued. She was saving face. They were looking good, man. I just feel like you gotta work through that shit. He's a young man. Of course he's in he's a young man and he's in the most famous rap group there is right now. The fuck? Of course he's gonna get some side pussy. Of course he is. I'm not saying that's right. I'm saying you gotta know what you're getting into when you're there and now it's here and you guys have this baby, you gonna file for divorce and shit. It's all because of like what? You guys gotta build, man. I believe that if you're gonna get married, you should stick with it 100%. That's where I'm at with it. I'm disappointed. I wasn't expecting it per se, but I am disappointed, you know?
Yeah, I am disappointed. I was disappointed as well. I was very disappointed because she was fighting for her marriage. And I'm not going to, whether it be her or even a man that's fighting for his marriage. If people have, I feel like people have the right to change. People have the right to evolve, to grow. And people should allow people, just like you're saying, Shay, you should allow people the room to grow, the space to grow or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree with you. I feel like maybe, yeah, they should have waited a little bit longer, maybe to get through this patch that they were in. Because also Cardi's a young lady and she's a beautiful young lady. You know, who knows, who she could have met or even just had good time with.
Yeah, I think she doesn't maybe want to. I think she's thinking like how a lot of women think. Like, why waste my best years where I'm looking my best and feeling my best in my 20s, and those are the years that you don't get back. Should she stay around and wait for it? Like, I'm not saying there's a right or wrong. I'm just saying that, it would have been nice to see a young black couple stick together. I know Cardi is, I'm not sure what Cardi is exactly.
She is Trinidadian and Dominican.
So black. Yeah, black works for me. So, well, I don't know, but of the culture works for me actually. But yeah, so I don't know. I was disappointed to hear about them, and I'm also strangely weirded out, and we can close it out on Kanye fucking West. Child, what is going on?
Kanye is having another rant. Although this rant is a little bit more productive than the previous rants. He's exposing the record industry. He's pissing on his Grammys. He is doing, I think, things to really ruin his chances in court by posting text messages of he and his lawyer's conversation in regards to their case against these music companies, and he's tweeting his lawyer's strategies and he's tweeting his contracts, and I feel like he's overexposing himself to the point where it will become detrimental to any of his cases. Also feel like they're going to use this as a way to say, hey, he's not in his right frame of mind. He was having a manic episode. Because he's been so vocal about him being bipolar, and so has his wife, and we're all familiar with that. So I feel like he's bugging again, but I am glad that he's exposing the music industry and these contracts for what exactly they are, and they're literally raping African American people who structure the culture that they get so much from. They're raping them of generational wealth for their families, their children, things that their value. And I do feel like exposures do need to happen. But like more artists need to speak up about this, and more artists need to be vocal and really in tune with the newer artists that are coming in to OG them, hone them, guide them in the right directions. We all pretty much learned what a distribution deal was from the New Edition story, and how terrible it was, and how much they really do take from you. And it's really, really important for the older people in the industry that have producers, writers, everyone, not even just the people you see on TV. I mean, I'm talking about people who know the nitty gritty. It's very important to learn from those people. And I feel like this is the best way for him to give people that game, because no one really wants to deal or talk to him in the industry right now, except for his closer friends, you know?
I totally agree. I don't disagree with anything Kanye is necessarily saying. I do also think that um, we all have choices. Also, you know what I mean, to read and educate ourselves and not depend on someone else to tell us what we should and should be signing and doing, or to use someone else's lawyer that they provide that you don't know. I mean, it's 2020. You should be doing your research. So, I mean, I know Kanye at the time, and some of my friends from Puff Podcast were tweeting about this because Kanye looks crazy again, but it's not crazy what he's saying. He's saying, he wants the opportunity to own what's his. And they're not giving him the opportunity, but you also sold it. You sold it away. You signed it away. And maybe you weren't educated, but that always falls on who? So, and I'm just saying, like, it needs to be exposed so that people can learn and choose to educate themselves from here moving forward. But you know, they don't have to do anything with Kanye. They don't have to do shit for him or give him shit back. It's fucked up. They probably got him, when he was younger and naive and excited. And that's how they get a lot of these kids, is to, catch them while they don't know shit. But
Dreaming.
Yeah.
They're still dreaming about what they could have and what they could thrive in.
Well,
they're
even
so ready to take the dream that they don't want to do their own research. They don't want to look anything up, and they don't want to get mentors to guide them and things like that. And the microwave generation, they're just ready to go.
But also, I think a lot of these like rappers are coming from like struggling situations, struggle lifestyles, and poverty, and not having a lot. So, I mean, if this is how you're going to make it out, you're going to jump at whatever is the first thing they hand to you. But I was watching the Master P Chronicles or whatever, and he definitely said, he thought bigger. And that's why watching our successful people, tell about their life and show us where they came from and where they got to, all that shit is important, because Master P said, if this white man offered me $1 million, I know I got to be worth at least 50. 100 million. They try to lowball you at all the time. If they come to you with a high number, you worth infinity times more than that. You know what I mean? Like, and we got to know that about ourselves and find worth in ourselves as Black people, Black women, Black men, and value what we bring to the table and the culture that we have that is ours, that they keep exploiting us for.
We drive the culture. We build the culture. The culture is us. It's embedded in our DNAs. Our children come out already rocking to the beat. We built it. This culture is ours. It is no one else's to own. It is ours to own. It is ours to maintain. And it is ours to continue to recreate. And I think when people are more comfortable saying that proudly and out loudly and as boldly as I am, I feel like then and only then will it be something that they are able to protect with their utmost. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that and only then is the time. Because other than that, they're not going to care as much because they don't feel like they really own it. They don't feel like it's really theirs. And I think that's the issue. It is ours. It is ours to own, maintain, and to keep. We have to keep it. We have to fight for it.
And we can't sign it away by not educating ourselves, though.
We can't, especially when there are so many resources, not even just resources that you can pay for. Google is a worldwide search engine. And like the Hood Healer said, you better get it while it's free, my nigga.
Right.
Pick up a fucking book.
Shout out to the Hood Healer. I am manifesting.
I'd love to have her on the pod.
Astro Bay on Unfamiliar so she can get in the robe and maybe give us, I don't know, some enlightenment somewhere.
Good kind of words. Mm-hmm. Just to chat. You feel me? Like, I would love to
kick back and tell us about you know, what things she don't like about shit or whatever. Whatever mood she's in, I want to be in that mood too.
Yeah, not even on her regular, just speaking to her and who she is. I vibe with her. I fuck with her.
Yeah.
Her music be on fucking point, bitch.
Yeah.
The tea be on point, bitch. I have been doing my steams, and I have been, I have brought some menthol crystals. Girl, I love it. It is the vitamins that she's recommended that I've started to, take and incorporate in my routine. Just got really good, and I'm really fucking with her. I'm fucking with her vibe and her energy. I would love to just chat it up with her and just talk. Like,
no, facts. We would love to have Astro Bay, the hood healer, on the pod. She definitely Miss Imani. And I'm new to her tribe. I don't know what she calls it, but I mean, I just got put on from one of my best friends, and I definitely watch like her readings as frequent as I can. Um, I did make some witch hazel, some lilac infused witch hazel.
you gave me some. It was really good, by the way. It was amazing. I can't find any lilacs anywhere. When I've been looking all summer and no one had any.
I went out and girl, I couldn't find it for like a couple days. I was like pressed to do it because I really love witch hazel. I wanted to do something organic that is not so strong, you know. And so she was saying like for brown skin too, it's like way better. So I couldn't find any lilac. Girl, I went out, bought a lilac tree, and it's out of season, so the lilacs are not blooming right now. It's completely.
I'm gonna say I hope you plant some more, propagate it.
Yeah.
Propagate it, make some more plants, and sell the bushes. Just sell them for like 15 a piece. I'd buy at least 2.
Sounds good. Well, I got that plan there for sure. Again, I love all of you guys. I really hope that we all love each other. I'm sorry to hear about some of the bad news that we've talked about tonight, but some really good stuff too. Shout out to Kanye because I think his rants are looked at as crazy, but I don't see nothing wrong with this man speaking on how he feels. I just wish it wasn't so sporadic. If he was consistent with it, it's just like that man be ghost, 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 ghost. Like, damn, Kanye, give us some consistency with it. If you're gonna preach, then do it consistently and come out here and give us that, yeah. But he's in and out. So
I agree.
I want he could be more impactful if he wanted to be, where it didn't look so crazy. But I don't think he's crazy. I don't think bipolar is crazy. And I, in fact, think there's a lot of gems in between a lot of bullshit that he might tweet. We got to look and read between the lines 100% with that.
Context matters. Context really matters. So, when someone does not give you the context, again, do your own research. Also, another thing that the hood healer continues to say, y'all need to do your own research about shit. Context matters. So when no one just absolutely gives you the context freely, maybe look it up, try to find something, do a little research and see what you can find.
And honestly, when you research for yourself, you figure it out for you. Somebody else can't really tell you because that's how they received it. That's how they took it. And they might feed you something that is not for you. When you learn it yourself, you learn it for yourself. And it's tailored for you and how you're going to perceive and read it. It's your first time absorbing. So I just feel a lot of the time, like we ask each other questions. Yes, it's good to share, but damn, yeah, look up shit, before you ask.
Agreed. I agree. I thank y'all for rocking with us today. Y'all been, shout out to y'all because y'all really been holding us down.
Yeah.
We got the views, and we're going to have to bring Toya back.
Toya.
Hey, Toya girl.
Toya can come back ASAP. Let's get her on.
Let's get her on. We should do like a Christmas or a Valentine's Day edition and bring her back. And with the new 2021 toys and and a good date night, Valentine's Day date night.
I love that. I love that. We're gonna definitely bring Toya back. I want to purchase a few things actually.
I had a friend who purchased a few things. She's very excited. She got a few her products, and she's like extremely excited. I'm gonna purchase a few toys from her too. She
Yeah,
has a few things that I want.
the
So
few
yeah.
things we need. So yeah, shout out to you, Toya, and shout out to all of you watching, supporting, sharing, liking, commenting. I want to know everything you guys feel, think, all that shit. Fuck with us.
DM us, answer our roll calls on Sundays. Fuck with us.
Yeah, and you know what time it is. We'll be back next week.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah.